Hello there and welcome to Travels with Geordie. If this is your first visit, my name is Peter Knowles and I live on a classic wooden motor cruiser in Victoria, British Columbia, along with the loving memory of my pup Geordie, all the while fixing it up for some pretty major cruising someday. If that's the sort of thing you might find interesting, please consider sticking around and subscribing. I'd love to have you. Welcome to a bonus episode of Travels with Geordie. Yes, this last week we've been working our way back down from Desolation Sound, and I wanted to do a bonus episode so we could catch up with real time because I've been a little bit behind. So we're now at Pirates Cove in Desolation Island, just wrapping up the last few days of our cruise, and we'll be back in Victoria in the next few days, after which there's a bit of a surprise in store.
Really, to me, to us, one of the most amazing things about Walsh Cove is the little archipelago of islands off of it. And it's such a playground for hiking and walking and taking the thingy out. Different tides, we're at high tide now, so we have lots of room through here. At lower tides, it's just a little creek, and at low tide, you can walk over all of this. Just an amazing spot. Fantastic little spot here, just gorgeous with a view out into Desolation Sound. And we spent the night in here last night, basically because we needed relatively good internet service, and it's screaming in here, especially with the new antenna. So we're back off to Lund because Lady Zephyrs has a 3-day conference that she needs absolute privacy and excellent reception for, so it'll be perfect.
We actually spent 4 full days in Lund, but strangely, I don't think I shot a single moment of footage. Leaving Lund, we continued on south and made the big crossing, as we call it, across the Strait of Georgia over to Vancouver Island and to Hornby Island, where we've never been before, and the big beachy bay that faces south. However, the wind turned to an unforecasted, relatively stiff southerly, which made it quite uncomfortable there, so we hightailed it down to another place we've never been, French Creek. A few have asked about the security camera I'm using to keep tabs on MV Geordie. Well, here it is. Looking down into the bilge, you can see the water rocking back and forth and ensuring me that it is currently not sinking. The camera records video every time it senses motion, and that's kept in an archive. Here we can see a full day, and if I click on any individual recording, this one's actually at night, so you can see the night vision in action. You can see that shortly the water will ripple because of course the pump is operating, and that happens at a cycle currently about every 45 minutes. It's very reassuring to be able to watch this, let me tell you. And as it is a fully remote controlled security camera, I can remotely control where it looks, which is pretty handy, in this case looking out onto the dock. Or into the wheelhouse. Or out across the cove to see what the weather's like. All in all, it's been just wonderful to be able to keep tabs on the boat from my iPad while I'm away for so long. Just look at that pump doing its job. For anyone cruising the Inside Passage, you'll be familiar with the Boaters Blue Pages. It's a basically an annual, this is the 2021 version of marinas and other places, and this is interesting. There's Geordie right on the cover. Pretty cool. Well, good morning from French Creek Marina. Great little spot, really tight in here. Had to back down this, I can't get my hand in the right direction, down this and raft up. This is a rafting marina only. As you can see, it is really full. It's mostly a commercial fisheries port, but also the fair amount of pleasure craft in here, but very few options for transients, although they do welcome them. They just say, find a place to tie up. Anyway, it was great because we had head over to Hornby Island, which only has one real bay on it, which is exposed to the south. And although the wind was from the north when we got there, it turned to the south unforecasted, and it would have been a very uncomfortable night, so we ran down here. So we've crossed the strait. We're now on the Vancouver Island side of the strait, and we're leaving in a minute or two. It's 6:10 in the morning, and we're going to run right through Nanaimo, right through Dodd Narrows to Pirates Cove tonight. Quite a spectacular run of steaming days we've had. Anyway, I'm sure I'll show you some later. welcome to the semi-annual Scotch on the Rocks. We're actually back at the very same spot that some of you may have enjoyed Scotch on the Rocks last year at solstice, summer solstice, right? It's the fall now, but the sun is still beautiful. And
It's not the fall yet.
Okay,
Still
sorry, it's
August.
late. It's still August. It's the waning days of August. Anyway, let's get straight to the not Scotch whiskey. Last time we were sitting in this very spot, we had the peated version of this Macnabra, which is an award-winning whiskey produced here on Vancouver Island. Are we back on the island? Well, we're not really. We're on the Corsi Island, but we're near Vancouver Island.
Yeah. We've crossed over.
We've crossed over,
back.
crossed the strait. How was the crossing, ladies E?
Well, in fact, it was not exactly as forecasted.
Thank you, Environment Canada.
Yeah, we were up having a great visit with the hosers, and on the way back, we thought we had a nice calm day, but then, 5 to 15 knots, she was not.
Got pretty lumpy.
It was a lumper today.
Cheers for making it.
Cheers for me.
Well done. You were a champion at the helm.
Thank you.
Cheers.
And you got us here. Into here.
All good.
It was just.
Oh, that is good. That is good. This is perfect. Is that perfect?
That's perfect.
Pretty
I would
much
say this
perfect.
is perfect.
Pretty much perfect. Anyway, so I should jump back in with just a little bit of housekeeping we're going to do this time, and that's to announce a Travels Geordie t-shirt winner. It's only a few days since I announced the last one, but there'll be a winner here, and his name is Christoph McCullough. Did I remember that correctly?
Christoph McCullough.
Christoph McCullough, you've won a Travels Geordie t-shirt. Get a hold of me. I'll make sure you get it. Anyway,
He's leaving.
Griffin, enjoying this? I've had many people asking about Griffin and whether or not Griffin's still with us, and as you can see, he is very much still a cruising dog. I don't think he enjoys it any more than he ever did. But
Well,
he's very, very tolerant.
As are we.
As are we. It's good. Anyway, well, we'll say goodnight with the last of this light, and cheers, and we need a new word of the week. What could be more perfect than...
Perfect.
Perfect! The Travels with Geordie word of the week this week is perfect.
Perfect.
You know what to do with it. Cheers. See you when we see you.
Perfect.